Miss Fidelity, staring down into my eyes. She was in a yellow suit, and across her neck hung a triple strand of glowing pearls that harmonized with the luminous sheen of her pearly smile. Her pewter hair was piled upward on her head and sculpted into the shape of an old school bell. Between her red, well-scrubbed hands, she held a book titled, "There is Always a Better Way." I wonder who wrote that book, I said to myself. My guess was soon confirmed. I was buzzed through the office security door and entered the main hallway, where the sunny Miss Fidelity waited to welcome me with her hand extended. I marched forward, and as I did so, my sticky name tag broke away and floated toward the floor. It landed glue side down, and in my haste to be polite, I stepped on it as I shook her hand. "Thank you for inviting me into your school," I said warmly. "I hate to begin a friendship by asking for a favor," she said directly, "but could you pick up your fallen name tag?" "Sure," I replied, and dutifully squatted down. But the name tag had flatly adhered to the floor. I tried to dig a fingernail under one corner and peel it up, but I only succeeded in tearing away thin shreds of paper. "Can't get a grip on it," she remarked impatiently. "Well, there is always a better way." "I'm sure there is," I replied, and smiled awkwardly as I hopped up. "Now, if you will excuse me," she said, "I have to supervise the morning announcements. Today our student respect team is performing." Then she gave a final harsh glance toward the stuck name tag before marching into the office. A moment later, "Good morning, students," boomed from the ceiling speakers and out the open doors of the classrooms. Her no-nonsense voice was as severe as barbed wire. "Let us all start our day by shouting the school's respect pledge, along with our respect cheer team." Once again, I felt as if I was living my past all over again, but I had no time to reflect on it because the respect team took the microphone and shouted, "R is for respect." "Respect" echoed down the shiny hallway. "E is for effort" was next. That was followed by a rousing, "S is for studying," and P is for perseverance. E is for energy. C is for caring. I thought I heard some kid shout out, "Cleaning." T is for teamwork. When they had finished, Miss Fidelity took the microphone. "Could someone send a respect ambassador to the main hallway with a sharp-edged scraper?" she said. "We have an issue on the floor." When she said respect ambassador, I suddenly realized why I felt I had lived this day once already, because in a way, I had. That day, I spoke to several groups of students at Miss Fidelity's school, and when I finished, I eagerly dashed home and began to search through my collection of old journals. It didn't take long to find what I was looking for. I was in 5th grade when I wrote about being a school respect detective. I was the new kid at school that year, and on my first day, the principal called me into her office. "I have a job for you," she said. "Nobody knows you yet, and you don't know the other kids, so you will be the perfect detective for me." Detective didn't sound very friendly to me, but I was a pretty good snoop. If you keep a diary, you must be a bit of a snoop in order to sneak up on people, listen to what they say, watch what they do, and write it all down. The principal continued. "There are 2 things going on in this school that I'm determined to stop," she said, with her voice full of determination. "First, some kid is chewing gum and sticking it under the desks and cafeteria tables and sinks in the bathroom, everywhere. I scraped off a dozen samples of gum and showed them to my dentist. He said the tooth pattern in the gum belongs to one kid, and I want you to catch that kid." "Okay," I said, as she handed me a sample of chewed gum so I could match it to the dental profile of the culprit. "And the other problem I have is this," she said, and pointed toward her window. "Across the playing field is a fence, and on the other side of the fence is a pet cemetery."